Hi friends, how are you? Happy Sunday. I am coming to you live here from my car because I actually had a couple of things to do today and running some errands. But at the same time, I was chatting with a couple of clients who were giving me some feedback on their program as I asked for it, week after week. And we were chatting about stuff. And as I was helping her, go through the topic for this week, which happens to be cravings, and she was telling me about some of the things that had recently come to her awareness about herself and about her what she has identified as her emotional eating. And she said, if it wasn't for the fact that I had these tools that was part of the program that I was relying on, she said, I would not have figured out that I was emotionally eating. She said, I had my days planned and I would eat healthy, but then something would happen and she would get triggered and she would start eating for other reasons. And as we kept talking, I always say that sometimes I'm like the onion peeler. We start talking about health and weight loss, and we start out with, healthy eating and exercise. But once you start peeling back the layers of the onion, we start getting into the real crux of the matter. Like, what's in the middle of that onion that's really causing you to overeat, to binge, to, revert back to food as, a comfort source or, a source of emotional, help. And so we were talking about that, and she said, when something that really struck me was, she said, the weight wasn't about the weight. The weight that I had, the excess weight that I was holding on to, was more about the pain. So the weight that she was trying to lose was about pain that she was trying to let go. And I just was like, it was a profound and deep message for me that a lot of times we're holding on to things emotionally. And it wasn't until she figured out the specific things, and without, divulging her identity and her family issues or personal issues, it wasn't until she figured out what that pain was that she was really holding on to, that it allowed her to free herself from that pain. And then she was able to allow herself to take care of herself, to eat healthier, to really focus on exercising during the day and filling in the gaps in her day that she realized she really wasn't doing much. She kept telling herself she was super busy to exercise, but it wasn't until she identified the gaps in her day that said, you're really not that busy right now. Go out and exercise, or grab your weights and hit a video that Jen did, and just take 15 minutes to yourself and exercise, or go back to your meal plan, and or go back to your worksheet that told you what your triggers are, and stop yourself and say, this is not what I'm going to do. This is not what I'm looking for to comfort me right now. I'm upset about something. What is it that I'm upset about? Don't turn to food to help you fill that void, that need that you have emotionally with food. So, one of the things that we built into her meal plan was small indulgences, small rewards, right, for herself. Every time you do something for yourself, reward yourself. And it was like, for her, she enjoys food like me. I enjoy food. I love donuts. I heard about this duck donut place, and I'm sorry for going off on a tangent, but I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to be able to grab this donut and eat it because it looked so delicious, right? And I don't believe in cheat days. I believe in rewards. So I said, next week I'm going to super hyper focus on my good eating habits, on staying on plan as much as I possibly can, because your weight loss journey should be forgivable and it should be flexible. And this is the lessons that I teach to my clients, to be forgiving and flexible, because life is hard and there's a lot of unexpected things that happen. So don't expect everything to go perfectly to plan. It's when the hard shit happens that you really need to, resort to a good tool of making good choices for yourself. So it's, it was really, it was just a really good conversation that I wanted to share, because I figured a lot of us go through that, and maybe you're going through something like that, and maybe you just need a little push in the right direction to help you figure out what underneath all the layers of the onion, and what's really the crux of the matter that's really holding you back from reaching the goals of being healthier, being fitter, taking care of yourself, being good to yourself, and being the best of you. What's really holding you back, and maybe taking the first step of planning out your healthy meals can help you. So all of this just to say, if you're looking for a very not so scary step to start taking charge of your life without feeling intimidating, because I know a lot of times these programs can be very intimidating, take the first step and see how it goes. And you might be surprised to see how one little step in the right direction can help you go the rest of the way. And I'm really happy for this client of mine, because she's discovered so much about herself, and I know she's going to be fine once this program is over, and I know she's going to reach the rest of the way of her goals. And I'm excited for her, and I'm happy that she has discovered things and has used things to help her reach her goals. She is more aware of how she's feeling and how healthy she's getting, and she's more aware of her time and the need to practice a lot of self-care. So happy Sunday, everybody. I hope this was a little Sunday soulful moment for all of you, as it was for me, and I just wanted to share that. I am doing the 5-day healthy meal planning challenge next week. So if you want to join and just get a little push, maybe a little encouragement or inspiration to take that next step to getting healthy, go for it. It's absolutely free. I'm going to drop the link here somewhere so that you guys can click on it and join me. And I'm going to be sharing stuff every day for the next 5 days. Happy Sunday, everybody.